Okay, does someone want to start us off?
What kind of target audience are you going for?
Just like middle-aged teenagers, like probably roughly about 15 to about 24 or 25. Just that age limit where you'd go out, you listen to this, you're maturing. It's like, and with like the gender, it doesn't matter, like, or ethnicity. It's like, it's if you like it, so it's out there. But the age limit is one that's sort of got a limit to. It's like the 15 to 24, 5. Like when you're going out partying, sort of like you're growing up a bit, and then you stop that when you get a bit older.
Yeah.
So,
are you going to make it obvious that they're taking drugs and that kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah. I would like there will be. It's not obviously real. You know, like the fruits, like the little sweets. They could like take one of them, and then that will affect it.
Yeah.
And and then like if there's drink, like you could easily fake it because there's sweets that look like little pills, or there's drink where you put water in. So I will show that.
I'm just going to ask you to bring it back to his presentation first, because people are talking about his idea. What about his actual presentation he's given to you?
Yeah, I think overall your presentation is really good. I like the way that you showed us examples. You didn't just tell us, you showed us what you want to incorporate in your video, and it gives us more of an understanding of what it's going to be like. I just think overall there were some points in your presentation that you missed out.
Yeah,
like
didn't cover.
the location. Is it a big problem getting like a club or anything?
I thought I was meant to mention like I will use the school's hall because where it's new, it's like you could just dim the lights, you wouldn't really notice. You got a stage there where you got a performance. I can use it, and I can like use it anytime I'm in school. You can gather up people outside school to come in, and just I was going to use this, and then if I needed to say use a high street, there's one just around the corner, so I can use that as well. But I forgot to mention them. But I do have them up here.
Anything else on Harry's actual presentation? Okay, so back to his idea. So we've talked about potential issues with location. You talked about target audience, Shreya. Any other questions or comments?
I like the way you're using that snorri cam part. What would you make it of?
At the moment I've got a skateboard which I will cut in half so it's a body frame, and then you can get wood from anywhere and you just attach it, and you can get tutorials or whatever online, and it'll literally give you a step by step, and it won't take that long. It'll take me like an hour to make. So, but yeah.
So I think probably one of the first things that you're going to need to do is to actually get that made so that you can test it out and make sure it works how you want it to and things like that, and do some test footage really to see if there's any things need sorting out before you go out somewhere or whatever with it.
Yeah.
Karen?
What's the outline of your budget? How much you going around to spend?
Well, I probably won't spend more than 40 quid because snorri cam's production, so that don't change like my total budget, like because it's production. Clothes, you're wearing them, so like they're yours. Lights, Christmas has been and gone, so I've got lights for that. The hall is the school. The only thing I really need, if there's any props that I really needed, like a few bottles or anything like that. Other than that, I won't spend a lot of money on it because I've got things that I need already without buying them.
What's actually going to happen in this video? Because I have no idea. I know that you're going to use a snoring cam, I know there's going to be a club scene, but is it literally just going to be shots of people dancing and shots of people who are on drugs?
Well, it was going to start off like they're going out, and then I had the options of someone like being peer pressured into taking one, because that is a topic. If I wanted to make it more serious, it's a topic of people like saying, "Oh, do it." So I could peer pressure one of the kids being doing it, and the other two are really enjoying it, and then that one that's been peer pressure is panicking, like it affected him, like hallucinations and stuff like that. So that was one of the main ones I sort of wanted to do whilst having fun, be serious as well. So it's got like a sub meaning. So it looks like they're having a good time. You think, oh, I want to be there, but it's got a serious tone underneath it.
Do you think that your artists though are wanting to send out a particularly anti-drug message? Do you think that that's really part of the club scene, is to say no to drugs?
I suppose not, but it happens. Like, even though they should, like, they don't make music for drug takers or, oh, I made this song, take drugs. They just make music for you to enjoy. If people abuse music at clubs and think, oh, this would be better with a pill down the back of my neck. So
see, what might be quite interesting is if you take the idea of peer pressure, but actually we all know that they're not taking drugs. So if you have it, so you talked about like you can get drugs that look like sweets or whatever, but they're literally having, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud this, you'd have to develop it, but you could do something where, you know, there's someone going, oh, do you want some of these? And they're like fruit gums or whatever, and so you actually completely turn its head. It's not people pretending to be high, oh, look at me, I'm a teenager pretending to be high. You're actually almost taking the mickey out of that whole thing, and like people are getting really drunk on milk or whatever. You see what I mean? And then that could be quite an interesting, little bit surreal, comical, but also still allows you to do all your technical shots you want without it being, because you've got to think, these examiners who watch this, all of you think your ideas are pretty original, and they will have seen people taking drugs year in, year out. Do you know what I mean? It's a new idea to most of you because you're teenagers, but you know they've probably been there, done that. So you could do something along the same lines, but make it be quite clever with it. I think that might be quite interesting. So have a think about that. I think you are really going to have to plan what you're going to do, because you've got to really think about what's around you at the Snorri camp, because it's filming everything behind all the time. So you've got to really work out how you want that to look. The other thing is, in that video, those lights will have cost £20,000.
What, in this one?
Like they will have got that whole light rig will be so expensive. Whereas a few fairy lights from your Christmas tree are maybe not going to have the same effect.
I've got some others, like, see, like these. I've had these for like parties last year and whatnot.
So you've got a few more that you could do some close-up shots with. The other thing is you might want to do it in the drama studio rather than the hall, because the drama studio is all, you can make the curtains go 360 black, so you haven't got that whole look. So that might be more interesting. You can, and your lights will have more effect in there because it's a smaller space and it will look fuller.
It's got lights on the
roof.
Exactly, and we've got strobe light as well, which you could use. So there's quite a few smoke machines you can borrow. So you can make it, maybe do it in there. Cause
it's more practical.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
True.
I think it might be a good idea to actually start off where at the start of the night everything's really clear, like we can see everything that's going on. They're in the house, they're getting ready, they're walking up. And then like when they actually start drinking, like when they're going there, you could make things a little more fuzzy and all of that. And then when you actually get into the scene, I think if you have it full out the way it is there, I think it will look good, because it will demonstrate the whole idea of it's different times of the day kind of thing.
Yeah, it gives that a bit more of a phase to things then, doesn't it? It's a bit more of a narrative. Any other comments, questions? No? Alright, thank you very much, Harry.